every day. The chicken nuggets served every day. French fries, I can remember being served every day.
Mushy, runny, and salty. Hairy.
It gives the impression of being healthy, but it's mostly processed food, which is not healthy at all.
It was there, like they provided food, but it wasn't good food and it wasn't nutritional, and it was expensive for what it was.
I actually loved our cafeteria there. Pizza Day.
Good. I really like pizza days. I never saw it. I was in private school and never saw it.
The food in our cafeterias is struggling. Pizza crust as a source of grain and pepperoni for protein is simply not cutting it. French fries are the #1 vegetable consumed in America, and ketchup is the #1 fruit. These eating habits are formed in school cafeterias every day with children as young as 5 years old. If we can teach our children healthy eating habits at a young age, they are more likely to carry those habits into adulthood. These lessons can be easily taught in cafeterias by providing healthy food options for kids to choose from.
President Obama recently signed a $4.5 billion act that will raise nutritional standards for the school systems, expand free lunches, and combat childhood obesity. The lists shown are from Monica Adams, the Child Nutrition Director of Watauga County Schools. She must pick one or more of these vegetables under every category to serve every day. In an interview with Monica Adams, the Child Nutrition Director of Watauga County Schools, we found that her suppliers are struggling to keep costs low while still complying with the standards placed on cafeteria food.
Last year, elementary school lunches for students were $1.85. This year, $1.95, and next year, they could be well over $2.
A lot of the food comes from farms. However, they are not local farms. There are 2 categories of food that the schools receive. The first is called commodities. These are usually understood as being foods like soy, wheat, corn, and milk. However, for the National School Lunch Program, commodities are the more processed versions of these products. For example, cheese, bread, butter, and meats. Becoming GAP, or Good Agricultural Practices, certified means that farmers undergo tests and answer questions from 3 sections of the USDA federal and state audit checklist. They answer general questions and are quizzed on farm review and field harvesting and packing. The farmers are quizzed on their knowledge of practices and precautions dealing with land use, water, and the correct way to harvest and field pack in order to keep the food as free from contamination as possible. Although this seems like a great idea, not all farmers agree. They consider it a burden, especially those farmers who have grown and harvested their produce the same way for many years and do not want to change their practices to follow the GAP guidelines.
We sell a lot. We do a lot of the milk. Of course, it's CLTS brand milk. We do a lot of milk to the schools. We do a lot of oranges and apples to the schools. We do a lot of broccoli, romaine lettuce. We do a whole lot of different varieties to the schools. Now, 90%.
90% of your income.
To the students.
Okay.
Mainly students. My biggest clientele right now is ASU students.
There is no easy solution, but we can start by convincing farmers to become GAP certified and persuading schools to introduce local farm-to-school programs. It looks like we have our work cut out for us.